How's it going? This is the first official episode, so I want to welcome you to the first official episode of my new, I've decided to call it a podcast for now, Through the Looking Glass. So I have my glass and I'm Luke, so here we go. And yes, I have tea in my glass. I just wanted to do something different today. So I got my guitar with me for, I don't know, for emotional support or something. I love my guitar. I got it from my friend Lorenzo a while ago. Shout out to you, Lorenzo. Love you, man. And it sounds beautiful. It's a, I don't even really know what it's called. It's Epiphone, of course. It's an Epiphone, one of them. Yeah, it's a beautiful instrument, so I'm really grateful for it. And that's actually the topic of today, is gratitude. So gratitude is literally probably the most important habit you can cultivate this current time anyway, because it's not a habit that we really have so much as humans. We like to complain a lot. So the thing about gratitude is it's not our natural ingrained habit when we are narrating things, you know, because when we talk about the world, the default, at least in Western society from what I've seen, is to view things through a complaining negative lens, like, oh, it's raining out, like it's such shitty weather, like something like that, right? Or oh, like I don't like that smell, or I don't like that taste, like it's all terrible, and like I shouldn't have to do this, I shouldn't be, you know, like we also should on ourselves and on our circumstances, and say that it shouldn't be like this, you know. And to me that speaks to a lack of trust in the universe to give you exactly what you need. And I struggle with this too, everyone does, especially when you're going through it and you're just feeling like everything is falling around you, and like or you feel this heaviness in you, and you know it can be very heavy. So I guess today I was inspired because today's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Yeah, I was inspired to talk about gratitude. Figured it made sense, like why the hell not? And I actually didn't even think about it, you know, until I had it here. But this guitar is something I'm very, very grateful for, because, you know, it really was sort of like a gift to me. Like it was just, you know, something I didn't even think I would have. Like I didn't think I'd have like a nice guitar I could just play for years and just appreciate the beautiful sounds. Like I you know, very recently, like literally less than a year ago, I think, I was living in a group home, and I didn't really have too much that I was doing in life. I mean, I was working at Panera, and I actually around now is when I really decided to actually, I had just gotten my certification. That's right. Yeah, it's been over a year since I got my certification as a personal trainer, and with NASM. And shout out to NASM and their very high prices. But I'm really grateful, because I wouldn't have gotten the job or the career, or the experiences that I've had without that degree, without that certification. Sorry. And so I'm immensely grateful for that as well. I'm also immensely grateful for everything that is in this messy room right now. It's like we got to do a little bit of cleaning, but it's actually a really nice space. I'm not going to show you guys right now because I really don't feel like being that honest. Just kidding, but I don't feel like you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. Here, I'll show you our messy space. I realized I was just being afraid. So here's our space. Let me do a 0.5 so it's easier to see. So we got all this going on. We got some stuff that needs to be cleaned up here. Stuff on the floor here, you know, all that. I mean, table's a mess, you know, but we got all day to clean. Beautiful outside, actually. But yeah, so that's our space. And so I don't know what's going on with this tripod, but we'll figure it out. That seems to work. And honestly, I kind of like the 0.5 better right now. So I'm gonna stick with that. It worked out well. And so yeah, but yeah, we're in a kind of messy space right now. It really will take like 20 minutes to clean up, but it's just woke up, so I'm really not feeling like doing that right now. And I kind of felt inspired to record a video, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Today's been a weird day because you know, every day is a weird day with me. Every day is a new opportunity to do some weird shit and expand, you know, past my comfort zone a little bit. And it's something I try to get in the habit of doing is doing something that's a little bit uncomfortable every single day, you know, because it's the cumulative benefits, you know, of doing shit that we're not comfortable doing, or being in situations where like I don't really love this, but I'll go through it anyway and trust that it will be used for my benefit. Yeah, that's kind of how I like to approach life. And yet you need to balance that with like self-care, self-love, and making sure you feel like you are safe and like you are okay. Because you're always safe. And that's something I've learned, is that you are always safe. Even if your experience is of extreme peril, you at your core, the you that is immutable, that cannot be killed, that is invincible and invulnerable, and will, you know, the energy that will be reformed but never destroyed, that's you, and that is your pure consciousness, you know. So you're always safe. That's always safe. That will never go away. That can't be killed. So that really grasping that for me has been transformative in my life, and applying that to my daily life in a way that I'm like, okay, I don't need to defend. First of all, I really don't need to defend my ego structure so valiantly, you know. And of course I still get caught up in it, like, oh yeah, like the other day I was talking to my sister, and she was telling me I take things really personally, more personally than other men, right? And I took that personally. And I didn't know what to do with myself, because I was like, how do I avoid like, I was tired and I was like ready to go to bed, and I was like kind of cranky from a long drive. And so when she said that, I was like, I don't know what to do with someone telling me I take things personally, and then me taking that, like I've already taken that personally. Like I felt like kind of, you know, annoyed, or like I felt resistance to it, right? I felt like, hey, that's not true. You know, like I like took it personally instead of just like whatever, like letting it roll off. I was like, no, like that's not true. I don't take things personally. And then I was like proving that I did take things personally while I was doing that. And it was such a weird little paradox, and I didn't really know how to handle it at the time, but I think it was more like, looking back on it now, I think it was more just to show me the ridiculousness of the ego a little bit, and how like it doesn't really always make sense. And like we can't take things so personally and so seriously all the time, because if we do, we will just dig ourselves deeper in the holes we've created for ourselves, and it'll just be even harder to get out, you know. The more we like resist it, like the more challenging it will be for us in life, you know. The more we go with the flow and just like, yeah, whatever, like it is what it is. You know, the more we embrace that kind of like letting go mindset, the easier it'll be for us. And that's something I learned, and I've been learning consistently, constantly, every day, day in and day out, is like, oh, yeah, I still have stuff I need to let go of. I'm not this enlightened master that I put myself, like I made myself out to be in my own head. Because sometimes I'll tell myself these stories like, oh yeah, I'm like so advanced, like everyone else needs to learn from me because I'm like so far ahead of them, and like I'm an old soul or some shit like that. And then I realize I'm just like, that's my ego, just my spiritual ego telling me I'm better than other people, and it's an asshole, but it's also like kind of the most ironic thing ever, because the mark of a master is someone who sees the beauty and the divine in everyone and everything. And clearly, if I'm thinking I'm better than other people and I'm not seeing them as being like, and I'm not seeing them as like in their perfection, like if I'm missing that, I clearly still have a lot to go, a long way to go, and a lot to do left in order to get rid of whatever karma or whatever old patterns of like belief and thought and like patterns of action. And you know, I still have a lot that I need to work through in order to reach this place where I'm at, you know, mastery. Like I'm not anywhere close. I'm maybe a journeyman, but probably a Padawan, you know, which is ironic because my name's Luke. So I'm kind of like Luke Groundwalker. So I don't know. I've kind of gone off topic a lot, but getting back to gratitude, right? Because today's about gratitude. It's a beautiful, beautiful practice. I think it's the key vibrational state, right? Gratitude, because everything's a vibrational state or just a vibration and energy, and you know, everything that isn't directly like the experiencer is part of the experience, and the experience is all different types of energy, from thought energy to emotional energy to physical energy in the form of matter, you know, condensed energy. So it's all energy, it's all vibrations, because it's really more or less synonymous. And so yeah, gratitude is a vibration, long story short, and it's one of the key vibrations to unlocking the reality that you actually want for yourself. Shifting into that dimensional state that you, or shifting into the dimension, you know, the parallel dimension that you want to be in. It's one of the key things is gratitude. It's gratitude is the gateway, is the shorthand way of saying it, because once you really embrace gratitude, there's no rush. Once you embrace gratitude, time is on your side, because every moment becomes divine perfection, and you don't need to rush the process of your awakening or whatever it is, because you've already gotten to the point where it's enjoyable. You can be joyful in every moment. Enjoyable. You know, you can add joy into it. Like it's, excuse me, infused with joy. And so, yeah, gratitude, guys. It's that simple. Just cultivate at least one gratitude practice, whether that be like an app on your phone. I know there's like, I think Presently is a good one that I've used. It's a very simple gratitude journal that has like little quotes from people who are like cool people, and also just, you know, a daily gratitude entry that you can put in. And I haven't been doing gratitude entries recently, to be honest. I haven't. I did it for like 150 days, I think, or some like long period, and then I got in the habit of just sort of thinking like that all the time, like what can I be grateful for? And then now I have the app that just says, what are you grateful for today? And I just think of something real quick. But if you are just getting started out, especially, a gratitude journal is an amazing practice that you can use to change your mind, change the way you think about the world, and start to have a positive bias of seeing the positivity in situations, in circumstances. And this is very, very powerful, guys. Like, don't underestimate gratitude. Every spiritual tradition that I know of has embraced some sort of gratitude practice, or just in some way the idea that gratitude and being thankful is just very, very important and key. So happy Thanksgiving, guys. Remember to give thanks and make every day Thanksgiving. Make every day was it El Día de Acción de Gracias, I think is the Spanish word, or Spanish phrase. So it's like the action of, you know, gratitude or whatever, like the day of the action of like gratefulness, like thanks. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for, if you stayed till the end of this podcast, video, whatever. I'm gonna maybe convert this to an audio format so that people can listen to it in their cars or whatever. But it doesn't really matter, you know. But thank you if you stayed till the end for, you know, tuning in and just vibing with me for a little bit. I know my words aren't coming as easily right now. I think I'm just kind of sleepy. So thank you for your patience with me and everything. And I hope you have a lovely day. Peace and love to you all, and lots of gratitude to you all and from you all. Hopefully you all resonated with this podcast and you want me to continue. If not, I'm still going to continue because this is something I just love to do. I like to share my message with the world, even if it comes out in a less than perfect way. Because everyone has a voice, and I think, you know, when we share our voices, we create a beautiful symphony together, and that's what I want. I want to hear the symphony of humanity. So, take care. Love you.